this that you read out, correct? What part of it shows that that this is really a malaise which has affected the entire examination? May I answer, my lord? 1 second, we'll hear you. Please let him come through. This report, as per my understanding, indicates they have found that the standard SOPs which were laid down by NTA for transportation of question papers, etc., was not fully complied with. They found it as a matter of fact that the paper had been leaked. They found it as a matter of fact that the sold question paper was received by this gang on mobile phone on the morning of 5th of May. Where do we get that? Yes, it is there. Let me come back to at page 292 of my second paragraph. Yes, this. This second paragraph at page 292, allow me to read that. It says it was received on mobile phone by this gang. When were they received? They say 5th of May 2024 in the morning. And the students were made in groups, were made to memorize the answers to these questions. This is what the finding is. As a matter of fact, we have a video which was shown to me. It's a Telegram channel where it has been recorded, which is on 4th of May. The question paper and answers were being circulated on a Telegram channel. This has been captured, the date and the Telegram channel there. And the questions have been matched. It's the same question. When were the question papers lodged in the locker? I think they will be able to. When were the question papers sent to the locker? 5-6 days prior to the specific date. And second, when were they pulled out of the locker? 2 lockers, right? State Bank of India and Canada Bank. Now, when were they pulled out of the locker? On the date of the exam, that is on 5th minutes. Not only the date which is relevant, the time that there is the date for this regard of the reference. What time was the examination held? 5th minutes. What time was it held? 2 in the afternoon. 2 o'clock to 5:20. 3 hours, 20 minutes. Now, what time were they pulled out of the locker on the 5th? Around minutes 10:30, 11 o'clock. Now, at how many centers in India was the exam conducted? In India, 4,750 minutes. 4,750 centers. How many? Right. How many cities? 5. Now, please give us specific. 571 and 15 centers were abroad minutes. 571 cities. Yes, please. And how many centers abroad? 14 minutes. 14 cities. 14 cities. Centers. Now tell us, how many students appeared totally? 24 lakhs around minutes. Around 24 minutes. You have the precise figure? 23 lakhs. 73 lakhs. I'll give you lordships in the 23 lakhs. 33,297. You had against registration of 24 lakhs and plus. 72,000 students, my lords, did not take the exam. Spent registration. Now, how were the papers distributed abroad? They were sent minutes. And when were they sent abroad? The embassies, to the embassies. And how were they sent to the embassies? You get the details. Were they sent by the diplomatic bag? Were they sent by courier? I'll find out. And this one report. And second, if
now the exam was held in as many as 4,750 centers.
Yes.
In 571 cities.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Now, when you say that the two booklets, we'll call them,
Yes.
A and B, set A and set B,
Yes.
they were sent to these cities. When were they sent to these cities?
Yes, please.
When were they sent to these cities?
Approximately about 5.
We don't want to tell us the precise dates.
I'll get the exact dates.
When were they and how were they sent to those cities?
Yes, please. I'll get the dates. Bihar police
And were they lodged in the State Bank and Canara Bank in each of these cities, or what happened?
each of the cities minutes they are lodged with the custodians who are with Canara Bank and State Bank.
So we want to know on what date were the question papers sent? Where were they? When were they? When the question papers were prepared?
Yes.
Right? Question papers are prepared by one person or more than one person?
Group of experts. Question papers are prepared at the headquarters.
Where are the headquarters? Delhi.
In Delhi.
So two sets are prepared by two different groups or one group?
By the same group.
One second.
The same group of experts in its players on different sets of question papers.
At the headquarters.
Yes.
After they are prepared, they are given to the NTA.
Yes.
Right. Now, tell us when did the group of persons conduct the prepare the question papers and give you the question papers?
Dates. I'll get the date.
Right. We want to know what was the date on which these question papers were prepared and given to you.
Yes.
Point one.
Yes, please.
By NTA, in what custody they were preserved? When did NTA send them to the State Bank of India and Canara Bank into different cities?
In between printing is there, miss.
Right.
Printing presses. So when are they sent to the printing press?
Which is a printing press?
Yes, please. We will get the details.
Do you want to know which is the printing press?
Yes, please.
When did you send these question papers to the printing press?
Yes, please.
What were the transportation arrangements made for sending them to the printing press?
Yes, please.
When did the printing press after?
सीताराम जी कहाँ गया सुन लो ले गया छोड़ गया सुन लो ले जा
We are now talking of 20. We are 20. of the fraud. And the first aspect, do we cancel the exam or do we allow the counselling to go through by identifying the beneficiaries? And on the first aspect, we'd like to know from the government, what have you done so far to identify those who are beneficiaries of the...
But I can assure your lordship one thing. But we are not adversary.
The report of the CBI and Patna police. That is most important. The report of the CBI and the Patna police.
You had 1 plus 3 plus 4 and 1 5 and to 7 students who got 720 out of 720 in 4 years. This year we have 67 who get 720.
Which my lord 6 are
1 second.
We have an answer with that is
one more question. One second. What is the percentile distribution in this exam across categories, not just 720 out of
few centers?
No. The distribution of marks, is it skewed at the top? In the last year, suppose how many were in the bottom third percentile, in the middle third percentile, in the top third percentile? This year, in the sense that will give us an indicator, was the pattern, was it a paper leak? Was the examination pattern comparatively easier as opposed to the previous years?
There we have not correct. We have to be placing a chart. The chart I have given that query. Make a small submission. Last page of the 2-page note. The chart I have given that satisfied my lord's query. The marks, Lord, I have compared, given the table. But somebody in 2022 who obtained 700 marks. Lord, can you see this table for a moment? That will throw light on my lord's query.
222. Somebody who obtained 700 marks.
Yes, in 2022 his rank was 94.
Right.
In 23, somebody 700, his rank was 247. Then somebody has 700 in 2024, his rank is 2,250.
It goes down.
It goes down because there's 100% rise. The 50% are stoppers. Lord, kindly see the difference. Lord, also, my lord, also there is another aspect to it. Is it a very linear fashion? My lord, there is another aspect to it. In fact, my lord, I'd like to point. My lord, I'd like to. I'd also like to point out some. May I say something? Of the 56, may I be able to? Is a topic a small submission, my lord. The rest, all of them have been meritorious, have scored highest mark in class 10 and 12. In so far as Gujarat is concerned, in these 56 people that have come before my lord. So this is a case where all of us are facing tremendous mental agony because of this.
That's what right now we can leave aside the emotions. You can trust us. What we want to know, Mr. Minister, what we want to know is this. We will have these, we'll have these anecdotal, charts like this which are given to us. And please take instructions from the government. Can we not run this through a data analytics program with the cyber forensic unit? You can contact, if the government has that in the Ministry of Home Affairs, so much the better. If you don't have it, you can ask any of our top service providers to find out, because we have to identify whether the skewing of marks is so systemic, that the whole examination is affected? Or is it possible to identify people who are wrongdoers or likely wrongdoers? In which case a retest can be held for those students only.
I have not answered a small submission. I mean, I can heard in a simplistic way, but I can assure your lordship about one thing. But we are not adversarial to the petitioners. Either way, the petitioners who have an apprehension of petitioners 23 lakhs in number plus, who are not feeling insecure because they may have to face another examination. But we are concerned about both the sets, and we will assist your lordship, especially. Whatever your people suggested, I think the solution lies somewhere else.
What we'd like to do, insofar as the petitioners are concerned, all lawyers for the petitioners, please, we take it up on Wednesday. Give them a day's time. Wednesday also wanted 1 day's time. We'll give you a day's time. Put yours together. We want all the lawyers for the petitioners who are asking for a retest, to sit together between now and Wednesday and give us one submission. We can't have people, 100 lawyers arguing before us on 100 different grounds. We want you to all sit down. We'll appoint one nodal counsel, as we do in the CB matters.
Yes, sir.
You give us one consolidated submission, say not exceeding 10 pages. I don't mind, it shouldn't exceed 10 pages. Or you asking for a refresh. All right?
For that purpose.
Likewise, we'll do this. We will ask the government to circulate a comprehensive list of dates and a response to what we have raised.
CBI has been directed. Everything is with CBI. NTA, as we have seen in the reply, they say we do not know whether it was systemic or not. Here, sometimes they completely deny there is full lead. So let the CBI file a status report before this honorable court in all 6 FIRs that will place the picture in which direction the investigation is going.
Not all 6.
Filtration in between. Let me submit a status report. Take instructions from.
You are appearing for the CBI also, Mr.
Let the CBI file a status report.
Why don't you do this? Ask the CBI to file a status report.
On partner. That's where the leak is occurred. On the first of all, minor issue.
On its investigation, whether it is systemic or whether it is not.
Answer also. If I have submission to
More suggestion, if my lord may kindly consider it.
Lord, I'd like a small submission, my lord. Here, also the
There is more suggestion, if my lord may kindly consider that.
change in the answer.
But in the meantime,
designate करें क्या भी?
the CBI also, and because something may not be made public, to place it before your lordships, etc. Then, my lord, can I request, my lord, this is a joint request, that we file everything as suggested by lordships by Wednesday, and matter can be heard on Thursday. So we are not, my lord, nobody investigating office file an affidavit, my lord, is taken by surprise that what is the document. We'll prepare it today, file it by my lord, day after. And we can have that filtration which happens in between. But the investigating officer is the best person. No, I am not on CBI. On overall. If you may just consider one more aspect. Only once the entire result of 23 lakh what people be declared on their website, they have not declared that result. And we will also analyze the data because they declared the result of 100 people. We could see that 6 people who secured rank 1 are from the same center. Sir, it is declared. So you will be able to see. They are not comprehensively published.
Declared on the website.
Lord, I'd like to make a small submission.
You made your points. Let's hear Mr.
Same center, not the people. Student got the same marks, 720 and 720. So, Lordship. One center, Lordship.
The same center,
720.
yes.
How is it possible, Lordship? This is my question in that.
One center in Haryana.
Lordship, my second question is, all our sheets are different. Result is a different, Lordship. How is it possible, Lordship?
The entire result, one applies the data are on the resources.
Answer keys for the same OMR.
Also permitted to upload above.
So multiple answer keys for one single person. It has been published by the NTA on website.
On the 8th of April, for enlisting students, my lords, on a 24-hour window, on the 9th and the 10th of April, my lords. And send off answer also. And send answer also, my lord. This is why they changed the answer.
Second, and then the second question that why the NTA has declared the result the 4th June, my lord. It is a question that only my lord to
3 answer keys for the same set of question paper. How can NTA publish that? NTA also should be investigated.
How many total?
1,10,000. 1,10,000 approximately.
The one is the
Of which 2% is government, 1 lakh is us.
How many?
1,08,000 something is the exact figure. 56,000 is the government seat. That funding is on the government, so that they can go to private. And corruption, one more that, not my lord.
My lord, I'd like to make a small submission, my lord.
my lordship, it's my humble request.
On VC.
The data which is come out, so it will be important that this please come out.
My lord,
OMR sheet status.
My lord, on VC, I may be allowed to make a small submission of 30 seconds.
Which is opened on the 9th of 9 April. Sir, my lordship, the portal is opened on 9th April 2024. It's my humble request to please give the clear data to find out so that we can.
my lord, why the window was open on 8th and 9th? What was the reason?
Yes, sir. It's really two
And
days.
what was the result? Because this is the only difference.
My lord,
They have identified 1,560.
The candidates who are appealing.
Just we'll flag something and we'll now place it on Thursday. We'll just give some direction to the matter so we'll be able to focus on what we want.
My matter. What is the issue? Right?
Yes, we hear you. We're not going to be.
So that we can start.
On 9 February 2024, the National Testing Agency, into brackets NTA, issued an online application form for the National Eligibility cum Entrance Test, into brackets NEET UG, bracket 2024. Stop. NTA conducted the NEET UG 2024. Stop. Results were declared on 4th June 2024. Next. On 5 May 2024, from the material which is emerged on the record at the present stage, stroke 2024, that is Shastri Nagar, Patna, alleging a leak in the NEET UG 2024 question papers 408 and 409, read with section 120B of the Penal Code. Stop. On 23 June 2024, the Economic Offences Unit of Bihar Police issued a press release noting that in connection with the above FR, 13 persons, including candidates and members of the organized gang of examination leak.
Sorry, I should not interrupt. This is not no. That is what the Bihar police on that very day clarified.
Well, that clarification.
I had just given.
No, my friend is wrong. No.
Bihar police clarified. This is already very by the Bihar police. This is with regard to the news report of NEET Exam published in the Sunday Express newspaper dated 23rd June. On its front page with the headline, Bihar police put.
So this press release is not an official press release?
No, that's what it said. The Bihar police clarifies on their website. Kindly read it further, paper leak in the if it appears not for Bihar, he handed this over to me just now. In the news item, the undersigned has been wrongly quoted and the name has been mentioned at least 3 times in the news item by the correspondent so and so. Whereas the matter of fact is that no such brief had been given by the undersigned to him in this regard, and neither the concerned correspondent ever contacted me before attributing the quote to the undersigned. No official press release or statement in this matter had been issued. This irresponsible act of correspondence is against the equivalence.
Second, according to the petitioners, on 23 June 2024, a press release was issued by the Economic Offences Unit of the Bihar Police, setting out in regard to the paper leak which had taken place. On the other hand, from a communication dated 23 June 2024 addressed by the Additional DGP Economic Offences Unit, it has been stated that no official press release or statement had been issued by the Bihar Police. But stop. Be that as it may, in this batch of petitions, the release which has been sought is for the court-mandated retest the entire process which took place, culminating in the examination which was conducted on 5 May 2024. Stop. In support of the case, of their case, the petitioners have relied on two primary circumstances. First, it has been submitted that before that, you can just say, the NEET UG 2024 examination consisted of multiple choice questions involving a total of 720 examination. 45 marks each were allotted to the segments in physics,
Chemistry,
chemistry,
biology, geology and botany and zoology.
physics, chemistry, botany, and zoology. The examination in this age, the award of negative marks, of one negative mark
Per wrong answer.
per wrong answer. Next. In support of the plea that the court should direct mark be confined to a few students, between 2020 and 2023. In 2020, full stop. As opposed to this, in the NEET UG 2024, as many as 67 candidates are reported to have secured a maximum of 720 marks. The submission can best be highlighted by reproducing the chart which has been placed during the course of the hearing. A copy can share. Above chart indicates that in 2021, one student in 2022 secured the maximum marks. There's been a radical increase in the students securing the maximum of 720 marks in 2024. Apart from the second submission, proceeds on a comparative examination of the ranks which were allotted to students in 2022, 2023, and 2024.
For me, most important, the league has happened. That is the core.
The second, the above submission is sought to be highlighted from the following related chart. BB. The above chart indicates that students receiving specific level of marks between 539 and 700 who had secured a particular rank in 2022 secured lower ranks in 2023 and a radically lower rank in 2024. No. Same marks, same level of marks. Not same speed. Stop. Next. Considering whether, before that you can say, it is certain basic facts which are not in dispute need to be alluded to in the month of May 2024. So, about 23.33 lakh students, correct? Appeared for the 23 lakhs 33,297 students. वो क्वेश्चन ये बताइए क्या फिगर क्या है? 23 lakhs 23,290 students. 297 students appeared. No, the examination conducted at 4750 centers comprised within 571 cities. First stop. The examination was also held in 14 cities. Office. First stop. The total number of seats, medical seats for undergraduate is 1 second, I've made a note. For undergraduate studies is 1.08 lakhs, of which approximately 56,000 seats in government hospitals. The investigation, prima facie, tentatively at present stage, the court has been apprised of the fact and the court has been apprised of the fact that first information reports were registered in Patna, Delhi, Gujarat, Rajasthan, Jharkhand, and Maharashtra. Correct? system. Whether the affairs in relation to the paper leak is only confined to
Yes.
or otherwise is a matter which would have to be reserved for a more detailed elaboration. The above narration indicates that the examination was conducted over a wide spectrum comprising of nearly 23 lakh students spread over 750 centers in India. Stop. Before the court can be full stop. The law on whether a retest should be ordered in a situation such as the present is based on fairly settled parameters. Let's stop. The court would have to scrutinize on the basis of the data which has emerged on the record whether bracket 1 breach in the sanctity of the examination has taken place, whether bracket 1 the alleged breach has taken place at a systemic level or at a systemic level, semicolon, bracket 2, whether the breach is of a nature which has affected the integrity of the entire examinations process, and 3, whether it is possible to segregate beneficiaries of the fraud from the untainted students. Stop. In a situation where the breach in the sanctity of an examination affects the entirety of the process, and it is not possible to segregate those who are it may be necessary to order any examination. On the other contrary wise, where the breach is confined to specific areas or centers, it is possible to identify those who are beneficiaries of wrongdoing. It may not be appropriate to order a retest, particularly in an examination which has been conducted on such a massive scale, involving over 23 lakh students. Involving such a large body of students who would have appeared, who have studied for the examination, undertaken costs and expenses, and would have to undergo the rigors of a fresh examination if it were to be ordered by the court. Next. While flagging these issues, while flagging the above issues, we are of the view that view on the merits would have to be deferred until further facts are placed on the record before this court. First up. For that purpose, we intend to direct the National Testing Agency to make a full disclosure before the court. The disclosure which we are intending to require can broadly be classified into three aspects. Hold on. The nature of the leak. Places where the leak took place, and the lag of time between the occurrence of the leak and the conduct of the examination. And this, from this perspective, NTA is directed to clarify on the basis of the material which is in its possession as of date on the following issues. Bracket 1. When the leak of the question papers has first taken place. 2. The manner in which the question papers were leaked or disseminated. Bracket 3. The duration between the time duration between the occurrence of the leak and the actual conduct of the examination, which took place at 2 p.m. Between 2 p.m. While making the full stop on the above aspect, we are also of the view that